My fiancée cut me out of the New Year family trip I fully paid for. She said, "My mom wants my ex there. Don't make it awkward." I didn't argue. Happy New Year. After her flight took off, I made one quiet call. That night, while they were counting down in the hotel lobby, a knock came at their door. I'm 32, been engaged for 8 months, and I just learned that some people will take your money and your dignity without a second thought. The trip was my idea. New Year's getaway, beach resort, all-inclusive. Her parents, her brother and his wife, her sister, and us. I offered to pay. Had a good year at work. Wanted to do something nice for her family. Show them I was serious about being part of the family. That I could provide. Be generous. Booked everything in October. $10,000 total. Flights, hotel, excursions, everything covered. Told her it was my gift to the family. She cried. Said I was amazing. Said her parents would love me even more. Her mom called me the next day. Thanked me profusely. Said no one had ever done anything like this for their family. That I was already like a son to her. I felt good. Felt like I was building something. Investing in our future together. November came. Wedding planning was in full swing. We'd set a date for next October. Venue booked. Deposits paid. Everything moving forward. Life was good. Or so I thought. 3 weeks ago, she came home from her parents' house looking uncomfortable. Sat down on the couch. Wouldn't make eye contact. "We need to talk about the trip." "What about it?" "My mom has a request. It's kind of awkward." "Okay. What is it?" "She wants to invite my ex to the trip." I stared at her. "Your ex? The one you dated for 3 years?" "Yeah, him. Why would she want to invite your ex to a family trip that I'm paying for?" "They're still close. He and my mom. They kept in touch after we broke up. She sees him like another son." "And she wants him there for New Year's?" "Yeah, she does." "And what do you think about that?" She hesitated. "I think it would be nice, for her. She misses him. But I'm your fiancé. I'm paying for this trip. And she wants your ex there? I know it's weird, but it would mean a lot to her." "What about what it means to me? You're secure, right? It's not like there's anything between us anymore." "That's not the point. The point is, your mother wants to invite your ex to a trip I'm funding. That's disrespectful. You're being insecure. I'm being rational." We argued for an hour. Got nowhere. She said I was making it about me when it was about her mom. I said it was about basic respect and boundaries. She said I was being controlling. I said I was being reasonable. She slept in the guest room that night. The next morning, she came into the bedroom before work. I talked to my mom. She really wants him there. She's willing to pay for his ticket if that makes you more comfortable. It's not about the money. Then what's it about? It's about your mother prioritizing your ex over me. About you supporting that. About both of you making me feel like I'm not enough. You're enough. This isn't about you. It's completely about me. About where I stand in this family. Just think about it. Please. It would mean so much to her. She left for work. I sat there, processing, trying to understand how we'd gotten here, how my generous gift had turned into this situation. I thought about it all day. That night, I told her my decision. "I'm not comfortable with your ex coming on the trip." I told my mom you'd probably say that. And she said if that's how you feel, maybe you should skip the trip. Let us have family time. My blood went cold. She wants me to skip the trip I paid for? She didn't say it like that. She just said maybe it would be less awkward if you weren't there, since you're not comfortable with him being there. So the options are, accept your ex coming or don't come at all. I mean, yeah, I guess. And you agree with this? I think it's practical. You'd be uncomfortable the whole time anyway. Because your ex is there, which shouldn't be happening. But it is happening. My mom already invited him. He already said yes. When did she invite him? Last week. Before we even discussed this? She didn't answer. Didn't need to. The answer was obvious. So this wasn't a request. This was a decision, and you all decided without me. It wasn't like that. It was exactly like that. 2 weeks ago, she made it official. My mom wants my ex there. Don't make it awkward. Just maybe sit this one out. We can do something together for New Year's Eve. Just us. I paid for this trip. I know, and we're grateful. Really. But it's family time. And you being uncomfortable would make everyone uncomfortable. I'm not family? You are. But you're also not comfortable with this situation, so maybe it's better if you stay home. I looked at her. At the woman I'd planned to marry. The woman whose family I'd just spent $10,000 on. The woman who was now telling me I wasn't invited to my own gift. Happy New Year? I said. She looked confused. What? Nothing. Have fun on the trip. You're not even going to fight this? What's there to fight? You've all decided. I'm just the bank, apparently. That's not fair. None of this is fair, but that doesn't seem to matter. She left the room. We didn't speak much over the next week. She was busy preparing for the trip, packing, coordinating with her family, talking about how excited she was. I watched, said nothing, made plans of my own. The day of the trip came, December 30th, early morning flight. She had her bags by the door, waiting for her brother to pick her up and drive everyone to the airport. You're really not going to say anything? She asked. Have a good trip. You're being childish. I'm being exactly what you expect me to be, quiet and compliant. Her brother honked outside. She grabbed her bags, walked to the door. I'll text you when we land. Sure. She left. I watched from the window as they loaded the car. Her parents, her siblings, all going on the trip I paid for, to meet her ex, who her mother preferred. After the car disappeared, I made one quiet call. The hotel, asked to speak to the manager, explained the situation, that I'd booked and fully paid for the reservations, that I was the only name on the account, that I wanted to make some changes. The manager was sympathetic, asked what I wanted to do. I want to cancel everything except one room. Keep my reservation active. Cancel the rest. That's a significant change. Are you sure? I'm sure. Can you do it? Yes. But we'll need confirmation since you're the account holder. You have my confirmation. Cancel all but one room. I'll be using that room myself. When will you be arriving? Tonight. I'll be on the evening flight. Understood. We'll have everything ready for you. I hung up, booked a flight. Same resort, same hotel, different room. Left 2 hours after she did. Update 1, I landed at 7 p.m. Took a car to the resort. Checked in without issue. They'd kept my original room, canceled the others. I could see the confusion on her family's faces in my mind. Arriving to find only one room available. No bookings under their names, no confirmation. I settled into my room, didn't contact her, didn't text. Just waited. She called at 8:30. I was having dinner, didn't answer. She called again, and again, 12 calls in 30 minutes. I ignored them all. Finally, I texted, "Having issues with the resort?" She responded immediately, "Where are you?" "At the resort." "What? You're here?" "Yeah, using my reservation, the one I paid for." "What about our rooms?" "They're saying the reservations were canceled." "They were. I canceled them." My phone rang immediately. I answered this time. "You canceled our rooms?" "I canceled rooms that were under my name and my payment." "Yes." "Why would you do that?" "Because you uninvited me from my own gift. So I took back the gift." "This is insane." "Is it? You took my money but didn't want me there. Why would I keep paying for that?" "What are we supposed to do?" "Figure it out. There are other hotels, or maybe your ex can help, since he's so important to your mother." "You're being vindictive." "I'm being fair. I paid for a trip for me and my fiancé's family. Since my fiancé didn't want me there, I adjusted accordingly. My parents are furious. They should be furious with you. You're the one who chose your ex over your fiancé." "We're at the front desk. They're saying there's only one room under our name. Your name. That's correct. My room. For me. You're really going to stay here while we scramble for rooms? I'm really going to use the reservation I paid for. What you do is up to you. She hung up. I finished my dinner, went back to my room, unpacked, made myself comfortable, opened the balcony door, could hear commotion in the lobby below, voices, arguing, her family figuring out their situation. Around 10 p.m., someone knocked on my door. I looked through the peephole, her mother, face red, angry. I opened the door. How could you do this? She said immediately. Do what? Cancel our rooms, leave us stranded. I didn't leave you stranded. I canceled reservations that were my gift to you, since you decided my gift came with the condition that I not be present. That's not what happened. That's exactly what happened. You wanted my money, but not me. So I kept both. You're being cruel to the whole family over a misunderstanding. There's no misunderstanding. You wanted my fiancé's ex on this trip more than you wanted me. You got your wish. He's here. I'm here. Everyone's here. Just not in rooms I paid for. What do you expect us to do? Find other accommodations. There are plenty of hotels nearby. It's New Year's Eve tomorrow. Everything's booked. Sounds like a planning issue. You're doing this to punish us. I'm doing this to respect myself, something none of you did. She looked like she wanted to say more. Instead, she turned and left. I closed the door, locked it, went to bed. Update to New Year's Eve. I woke up to dozens of texts. From her siblings, from her father. All some variation of calling me cruel, vindictive, petty, immature. I responded to none of them, got ready. Had breakfast at the resort restaurant. Saw her sister across the dining area. She glared at me. I waved. She looked away. Around noon, my fiancé showed up at my room, knocked, yelled through the door. We need to talk. I opened it. She looked exhausted, like she hadn't slept. Did you find rooms? I asked. We're split up at 3 different hotels, none of them all-inclusive. We're paying out of pocket for everything. That's unfortunate. This is ridiculous. You flew all the way here just to screw us over? I flew here to use the reservation I paid for. You're the one who screwed yourselves over by uninviting me. I didn't uninvite you. Yes, you did. You said not to make it awkward. To sit this one out. That's uninviting me. I thought you'd understand. Understand what? That your mother prefers your ex? That you agree with her? That my money is good but my presence isn't? It wasn't like that. It was exactly like that. And now you're dealing with consequences. What do you want? For me to apologize? Fine. I'm sorry. Can we please figure this out? There's nothing to figure out. I'm staying in my room, enjoying my vacation. You all can do whatever you want. Can we at least talk? About us? What about us? About whether we're still engaged? Are you serious right now? You're asking if we're still engaged after everything you've done? I'm asking if you're going to end things over this. I looked at her. Really looked at her. Saw someone who still didn't understand what she'd done wrong, who thought I was the problem. I don't know. Are you going to keep prioritizing your ex and your mother over me? That's not what I'm doing. Then what are you doing? She didn't have an answer, just stood there, looking lost. I need time, I said, to think about whether I want to marry someone who treats me like an ATM with no feelings. That's not fair. Go spend time with your family and your mom's favorite son. I'll be here, in the room I paid for. I closed the door. She stood outside for a few minutes, then left. Update 3. That night was New Year's Eve. The resort was doing a big celebration. Live music, champagne toast, fireworks. I got dressed. Nice shirt. Went downstairs around 11. The lobby was packed. Families, couples, everyone celebrating. I got a drink, found a spot near the window, watched the ocean, the moon reflecting on the water. Around 11:30, I saw them. Her family, her ex, all together. He was standing close to her. Too close. Her mother was beaming, talking to him like he belonged there. Her father looked uncomfortable. Her siblings were drinking trying to enjoy themselves despite the drama. She saw me. Our eyes met across the lobby. I raised my glass, smiled. She looked away, whispered something to her ex. He looked at me, smirked. That's when I made the second call. To the hotel security, asked to speak to the manager again. I have a concern about some guests. They're making me uncomfortable. Aggressive behavior earlier, harassment at my door. We take that very seriously. Do you want us to speak with them? I'd appreciate that. Just to ensure my safety. I'm here alone. They're a group. I feel outnumbered. We'll send someone immediately. Can you describe them? I did. Described her family, her ex, their location in the lobby. 10 minutes later, security approached them. I couldn't hear the conversation, but I could see the confusion, the anger, her mother gesturing wildly, her father trying to calm everyone down. The countdown started. 10, 9, 8, everyone cheering. 7, 6, 5. Security was still talking to them. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Fireworks outside, cheering, kissing, celebrating. Her family being escorted out of the lobby by security. Because I'd made a complaint. Because I'd said I felt unsafe. Because this was my resort, my booking, and they were unwanted guests causing issues. I watched them leave. Saw her looking back at me. Face full of realization. Understanding finally dawning that I wasn't going to just take this, that there were consequences, real ones. Update 4 New Year's Day. I woke up to a text from her father, the first reasonable communication I'd received. Can we talk? Man to man? I agreed. Met him at a coffee shop away from the resort. He looked tired, older than I remembered. This has gotten out of hand, he said. Has it? My daughter loves you. My wife made a mistake. But this, what you're doing, it's too much. What am I doing? You know what you're doing. Canceling rooms, calling security, making a spectacle of us. I canceled rooms I paid for. I called security because your family was harassing me. Those are reasonable actions. You flew here just to punish us. I flew here to use a reservation I booked and paid for, to enjoy a vacation. That's all. While we scramble and spend money we don't have? That's not my problem. You all made a choice to prioritize someone else over me. This is the result. My wife was wrong. I told her that, but she has a history with him. She sees him as family. I'm supposed to be family. I'm marrying her daughter, but apparently that doesn't matter as much as her comfort with her daughter's ex. What do you want? An apology? You have it. From me. From her mother. I want respect. I want my fiancée to choose me, over her ex, over her mother's preferences, over everything. But I don't think she can do that. She can. She will. Just give her a chance. I gave her chances, many of them. She chose wrong every time. We talked for another hour. He apologized repeatedly, said his wife was stubborn, that she'd made a mistake, that they'd fix it, that they wanted me in the family. I listened, didn't commit to anything, told him I needed time, to think, to decide if this was salvageable. He paid for coffee. We parted ways. Final update. I stayed at the resort for 3 more days, enjoyed my vacation, alone, read books, swam, relaxed, did everything I'd planned to do with her family, just solo. They left early, couldn't afford to stay, found a cheap place for one night, left on January 2nd. I stayed until the 4th, got my money's worth. When I got home, she was already there, sitting in the apartment we shared, waiting. We need to talk. Okay. I'm sorry. My mom was wrong. I was wrong. I should have stood up for you. You're right. You should have. Can you forgive me? I don't know. What can I do? Nothing. You can't undo what happened. You can't undo choosing your ex and your mom over me. Multiple times, that happened. It's real. It changed things. So we're done? I don't know. But we're not engaged anymore. Not until I figure out if I can trust you. She took off her ring, put it on the table, started crying. I love you. I'm sure you do. But love isn't enough when there's no respect. She moved out a week later, stayed with her parents. We talked occasionally, awkward conversations, testing if there was anything left. Her mother called to apologize, said she'd made a mistake, that she'd prioritized old comfort over new family, that she'd been wrong. I accepted her apology, didn't commit to anything else. Her ex stopped coming around. Apparently, the situation made him uncomfortable. Good. It should have. It's been 2 months. We're trying to rebuild, slowly, carefully. She's learning that choices have consequences, that disrespect has costs, that you can't take someone's generosity and treat them like garbage. I learned that sometimes you have to enforce boundaries dramatically. That quiet acceptance of disrespect just enables more disrespect. That standing up for yourself isn't cruel, even when it's uncomfortable for everyone else. The knock that came at their door that New Year's Eve was hotel security, explaining that there'd been a complaint, that they needed to leave the lobby, that they were making another guest uncomfortable, that guest being me, the person who'd paid for everything, the person they'd pushed aside. While they were counting down in that lobby, excited for a new year, that knock changed everything, reminded them that actions have consequences, that you can't take someone's money and their dignity without pushback. I'm 32, single-ish. Learning that sometimes the person who loves you will hurt you worse than any stranger. Learning that family dynamics can poison relationships. Learning that standing up for yourself might look like revenge, but it's really just self-preservation. And learning that, when someone shows you where you rank in their priorities, believe them and adjust your investment accordingly.